Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So for those of you who've been following me from my old channel, welcome back. For those of you who are new to this channel, who have just stumbled onto this channel by accident, perhaps due to a glitch in the YouTube algorithm, or out of curiosity, you might be wondering what this channel's about and what I'm about. Well, I'm not very good at giving a succinct one-word answer because I have a tendency to labor the point, and giving short, concise summaries has never been my strong point. But I'll start out by telling you what this channel isn't. So first of all, this is not a black pill channel, even though a lot of the things that I talk about will cross over heavily with black pill ideology, and I do share a lot of things in common with black pillars, and I do hold a lot of the philosophical tenets of black pill philosophy. This is not a black pill channel exclusively. Similarly, this is not an incel channel, nor is it an antinatalist channel, even though a lot of the themes that I'll talk about will converge with all of the aforementioned categories. Because life in general is pretty depressing. There's a lot of things that we want but we can't have. And part of my lived experience is coming to terms with the fact that the world just kind of sucks. There's all these things that we want, but we know we'll never get to have. And how do you make sense out of that? How do you make sense out of the fact that life is basically a zero-sum game where the rich, the strong, and the intelligent get everything, while the people at the bottom rung get nothing? Although I necessarily claim to be the latter, mind. But, well, life is kind of unfair, and it's kind of down to us to, well, decide what we do with it. And bearing that in mind, I should also make things clear that this is not a philosophy channel either. Even though I am interested in philosophy and philosophical content, I don't take myself to be a philosopher, because I haven't really got the brain of a philosopher. Honestly, my contribution to the Western philosophical canon is probably nothing more than a comment on a YouTube video that has tens of thousands of comments, or maybe more. So honestly, I'm no one special, really. But I do have big ideas. I have a lot of thoughts about the world. I have a lot of thoughts about life and death. I have a lot of opinions on other people's thoughts and theories. And these things do interest me. So I plan to discuss them a lot. Also, But as I mentioned, this is not a philosophy channel. This is not a black pill. This is not an antinatalist or an incel channel. What kind of channel is it? Well, basically, it's an everything channel. It's a me channel. It's a video project that I started in October of last year, where I basically vlog about whatever's going through my mind at any given time. You see, I was inspired to make this, to start this video project last year, a couple of months after I lost my dad to cancer, because I've been thinking a whole lot more about life and death and what's the big idea? Like, why are we here? Why am I here? What's my purpose? What is the purpose of humanity? And I'm still trying to find the answers. And one thing I should make clear is that I don't possess all the answers. In fact, I don't have any of them. But this is sort of like a journey for me trying to find out what those answers are. I'm going to expound on a lot of theories that I have, and perhaps as the years go by, I might come close to finding out what the answers are. But until then, this channel's going to be a journey, and you shall accompany me on this journey. Sorry if that sounds pretentious, but anyway, it's basically, this is a vlogging channel. And also, I'm going to be talking about myself, my life, the kinds of things that I do and what I get up to and all that. So my name's I work as a postman for and I live in I do have a form of Asperger's, which probably has led to me having the views that I have about life and death and the world and all that. And you'll notice the way I talk is a bit weird. I kind of sound like I'm on diazepam. And I have a tendency, so I recommend that you watch my videos at 1.5 speed for easy consumption. Also, I'm a bit of a rambler. See, I'm not very good at summarizing my thoughts in a short and succinct manner, and I never bring a script to these videos. Essentially, what each video is, it's a lucid articulation. It's a stream of consciousness of all the ideas that are going through my head in verbal format. So by talking to you in front of the camera, I'm basically giving you my own opinions and thoughts in real time. So what you see with me is basically what you get. If you met me in real life, the person you meet wouldn't be any different to the person who's speaking before you right now. That's the thing. That much I can guarantee. But more to the point, why should you watch this channel? Why are you here? That's a good question, actually. Why are you here? I mean, there's many other content creators on YouTube who probably are a lot smarter than me, who are a lot better at articulating their thoughts in an erudite and succinct manner. They're probably a lot more engaging and entertaining with their audience, and they have less of a tendency to get tongue-tied and lost for words. Listen, joking aside, I can't promise that I'll be entertaining or engaging, and I don't claim to have the intellectual profundity of any well-known philosopher. As I've said, I'm not a philosopher, and I don't consider this to be a philosophy, a YouTube philosophy series. This is a video project that's mainly for me, but it's also for anybody else who's interested. Essentially, the main purpose of this channel, this video project series, is for me to air out my thoughts as they appear. It's sort of a therapeutic project for me, where I try to make sense of who I am, what life is, and what other people are, in hopes that maybe one day I'll arrive at a conclusion for all three. But more likely, my views will possibly change over time, and I'll be able to look back at how my views have changed, which of my ideas have changed, and which others have stayed the same. Hence, the name I picked for this video project, Tracking. That's the main reason why I picked this name, and it's stuck. But also another reason why I chose the name Tracking is out of nostalgia, because you see, as somebody who grew up in the mid to late 90s, we had an extensive videotape collection, and one thing I would always remember is whenever you'd insert the videotape into the video recorder, the video cassette would set to its auto tracking feature, and we would see in the very first few seconds of each videotape, the video would, the tracking meter would appear. So those are the main reasons why I've chosen that particular name. That's basically what this video series is going to be about. And another thing I'll say is, look, I'm not particularly smart. I'm not successful. I'm not intelligent or bright. I don't even think I'm that funny. I'm not even sure if I'm that relatable, to be honest. Well, I guess that's down to the kind of person you are and what you're used to seeing with other people my age. But one thing I can promise is I'm a real person with real thoughts and opinions. There is no team of script writers behind me. There are no filmmakers, nobody I'm collaborating with. All videos are based on whimsical ideas and thoughts that occur to me, either while I'm driving, while I'm lying in bed. Sometimes they'll be the second or third or fourth take, because I'm quite fussy and picky about what I want to include in a video and what I don't. But I'm a real person with real thoughts. And the thing about me is, lately, I've become more and more enchanted and appealed by videos of young men, or sometimes women, giving out their thoughts in front of a video camera or a smartphone in real time, because we're getting an unfiltered and unvarnished perception into their reality, as it were. And that's why I think you might be interested to watch this. Because if you want to know more about who I am, if you want to know more about the way I see things, then that's the one thing that I can promise you this YouTube video project series will deliver. The chances are, if you stumbled onto my YouTube video series, you're probably a little bit like me. There's a good chance that you have some of the same views that I have, maybe with some slight minor variation. There's a chance that you might agree with some of the opinions I hold, and you might be intrigued to know more about me. You might see me as a companion. I don't know the first thing about you, but I'm telling you like it is from my life, essentially. Because I'm 30 years old, and I don't feel that pressure anymore that I felt when I was younger to not be frank and candid with who I really am anymore. I feel like there's nothing to be gained by being secretive and keeping your cards close to your chest, as it were. That is essentially what I mean when I say that this is therapeutic. So I'm giving you the truth, basically. And if the truth is something that interests you, or my truth anyway, then that's definitely something that I can promise. And I hope you will stick around for more, because I can't say if there will ever be if there will ever be an end to these videos, because there's always lots of things for me to talk about. Most of the time I will be serious, but sometimes, you know, I'll be joking around. I'll be a bit edgy or ironic. One of the main reasons why I had to migrate over to this channel, though, is because I got into trouble with my last one, because YouTube is quite notorious for shutting down people who run afoul of their community guidelines. And that's a thing that I want to be wary of, because I have strong views about politics, about the state of the world. And I maintain that there's nothing wrong with the views I hold, but the people in charge disagree. So I've got to watch what I say. I'm going to try and put a damper on some of the strong language that I use. But at the same time, I'm not going to hold back or sugarcoat my opinions for anybody's sake either. So with me, what you see pretty much is what you're getting. You're not getting an image. You're not getting a sort of like a media projection. You're seeing a 30-year-old man who's seen a lot of stuff and is getting kind of bored because he feels like he's already seen too much. But I'm curious and I want to know more. I want to learn more. And you can follow me, and as I learn these new things, as I pick up new details or new thoughts and ideas as they occur to me. Anyway, I've rambled on quite a bit, but I hope I've been able to explain to you why I set up this video channel, this video project series in the first place. And if you like my content, give me a like and a subscribe and continue to follow me. And there's more to come. So stay tuned. Anyway, this has been Tracking. I'll see you guys later.